Will reclassifying ourselves as freedmen or Moors change our fate in the United States and abroad? Stay tuned for the answer. There's a racial caste system in the United States of America where whites are at the top, blacks are at the bottom, and the middle is filled with various immigrant groups. Hundreds of years of living within this caste system has left Black Americans mentally and economically destitute. But there are groups that say we can change this fate as long as we reclassify ourselves from Black to some other status. But many disagree with this theory and say we are disenfranchised due to our race, and that no label or status will overcome the fact that we are Black. Many adherents to this ideology use the words of Chief Justice Taney to substantiate their claims. Want to take it away, Taney?
Blacks are unfit to associate with the white race, either in social or political relations, and so far inferior that they had no rights which the white man was bound to respect, and that the Negro might justly and lawfully be reduced to slavery for his benefit.
This man essentially said, no matter what is written on paper, a white person does not and probably will not respect the rights of Black people. He didn't say except for Moors or freedmen, he said Black people. And unfortunately, contemporary American society agrees with Taney. We're discriminated against when it comes to banking, the judicial system, law enforcement, government, education. Every facet of this country agrees with Taney. And why? Is it because of our race or is it because of our status? Well, first, let's talk about why everyone adheres to this racial caste system in the first place. It's because they get the house, the car, the money, the success. That's why they adhere to this sick system. Those are the spoils of a system that has not only exploited Black labor, but also exploits people across the globe. And all this upper class says is you must take the Machiavellian oath. And the Machiavellian oath is
F Black Americans as a staff, a record label, and an MFing crew.
If you accept that Machiavellian oath, you can take part in these spoils. And they split it up. They basically say 90% go up here, 10% you guys can have, and then whatever crumbs fall on the table, that's what you guys get. So they lock these two groups in with these spoils. Entities that propose status change for Black Americans do not agree with this racial hierarchy. They believe that there's a higher place for us in the racial hierarchy, but due to us misclassifying ourselves, we doom ourselves to a life of depravity. So they propose that we reclassify ourselves from Black to freedmen or to Moor or to whatever other term they come up with so we could take part in the spoils as well. What this presumes is that when you go to the United States government and say, I'm not Black, I'm a freedman, it presumes that they have respect for that claim and that they agree that you too should reap in the spoils of America. But remember what Chief Justice Taney said, Blacks had no rights that whites are bound to respect. So you're coming to this white man here and saying, hey, I want some of the spoils. I'm a freedman. But Chief Justice Taney told you, I know that might be on paper, but I don't, hell no. And so you're left with the reality that they don't give a hoot what you call yourself. The only thing they recognize is your Blackness, and they kill you, gentrify your neighborhoods, deprive you at every corner because of that Blackness. These terms like freedmen, Moor, and etc. are terms you use to delude yourself. You're not deluding white supremacy. Now here's a cycle we've been going through for hundreds of years. Disenfranchised ask for rights. Power declines, and the disenfranchised stop trusting the system. That's where we're at today. We understand this system does not work for us, so the next step is very natural. Status change proponents don't agree. They think the system is just fine, but we're not interfacing with the system in the right way, Hence why we're not getting the right results. They take us back to step one. Oh, I'm a freedman, can I have some rights? No, you're black. We don't respect your rights. The leadership of one of the more vocal freedmen associations online, they're Moors. They're going through this same cycle. They went to the government, said, we're Moors. The government said, get out of here. Now they're trying this freedman thing and they want to bring you along with them. And that's totally fine. But you need to understand that you could be a freedman, a Moor, black. You could change your status, but you cannot change this. So if you find strength in calling yourself a Moor, or a freedman, or elephant men from Zamunda, whatever you call yourself, that's fine. But remember, black people are oppressed globally, and it's not because of status, it's because there's no consequence for doing so. You're simply gonna go to court, get a payout, or babble about your status. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da,
Call the cops
da,
when you see Tupac. Who shot ya? Who shot ya? Who shot ya?